Hello everyone, hope you're all well. So I asked you guys in a few of my other videos whether or not you would like to see a why I changed my wardrobe video and a few tips and tricks as to how I managed to practically completely overhaul my entire wardrobe. So first I'm actually going to talk about why I decided to change my style up, and it wasn't a kind of conscious decision at first. And it all kind of came about when I changed my hair colour, and that might sound strange, like you changed your hair colour but you have to change your style, and some people will agree with this. It's kind of like when you change your hair colour you need to sometimes change your makeup up because it doesn't really go. Like sometimes a pink might not look the same as it did when you were, for example, let's say brunette to when you went redhead. Like it's, sometimes things will look a little bit different. I just completely felt super refreshed. I think if you are in a rut and you just really want to change, I say completely go for it because it's one of the best things I've ever done. It just kind of pushed me into the direction that I feel like I wanted to go within my clothing. I know this might sound silly, but I'm 21 now and I started YouTube when I was 17, so it was quite a while ago, and I just felt like my style was just going a little bit too... I'm not saying my style was completely young or childish. I feel like I wanted to slightly mature the way I dressed up a little bit and make it a little bit more, I don't know, a little bit more, and lots of you guys have actually said this, that I look a little bit older and my style has gotten a little bit older and less edgy, but I don't necessarily think that's a bad thing. I just sort of feel like I want to dress a little bit more put together as opposed to looking like I just woke up and chucked something on like I used to. I like looking like I put a little bit of effort into my outfits, and I used to think it was like a negative, but I quite like looking like I've made an effort on my hair and my clothes, and because it's one of the things I actually really enjoy doing. It's my hobby at the end of the day. Another thing that I did was I looked at a lot of people's style who inspired me. I didn't really write these things down, but I think I really made a mental image of the kind of items that I want to have in my wardrobe that I see other people wearing. And this sounds silly, but sometimes even when I go to Oxford Street, this happens more when I go into central London than where I live, but I get really inspired by street style and just seeing what other people around me are wearing. Not necessarily what they're picking up from like the shelves of the shop, but more so when I see outfits being put together by people that I wouldn't necessarily normally see, or that I wouldn't be inspired by. For example, one of the looks in my I can't take full credit for this, in my lookbook where I had the leather jacket over the long line blazer, which a lot of people were like not into, I saw someone doing that and completely fell in love with it, and I thought, why can I not translate that to my own look? So it's really, really inspiring sometimes to just have a look around you and see what other people are wearing. I decided on a colour palette or sort of colours that I feel most comfortable wearing, and I know this might sound really boring and people are going to shout at me, but I do at the end of the day feel a lot more comfortable wearing black. And if you actually watch my older videos, I pretty much used to live in skinny jeans, like black skinny jeans, not even coloured skinny jeans, so I feel if anything my wardrobe has become more colourful now than it was before, because my bottom half definitely used to be just consisting of black all the time, whether it be a black skirt, which I don't really wear skirts that much anyway, but a black mini skirt or trousers. So if anything I feel like my bottom half has definitely become more colourful as opposed to uncolourful, but definitely I feel most comfortable in black. I love like monochromes and then having a pop of colour, more so for example on my nails, which I'm not really doing today, but for example I'm doing on my eyes. I'm actually going out, so that's why I'm a little bit more dressed up. So that's the sort of thing that I wanted. So definitely I say lock down a few colours that you feel really comfortable with. If you're into colour, great for you, like that's amazing. I just personally gravitate a lot more towards black, grey, white, and khaki is like whoa crazy colour for me. Now I think it's really important to also dress a little bit more for your shape, and lots of people said to me like, Barbara, have you lost weight and stuff like that, and I don't even think I've lost weight, but I feel like I'm dressing a lot more for my actual body shape, in the sense that I'm actually wearing clothes that are my actual size as opposed to like 10 sizes bigger than they actually were before. I still like to have my tops a little bit looser, but more so I am wearing things that are a little bit more fitted as opposed to really baggy like I used to. First items that I would really go and say go completely back to basics, and these are the items that I think every girl should definitely have in their wardrobe, whatever style or pathway of clothing you tend to gravitate towards, and I think it's t-shirts. And there are so many different cuts and styles of t-shirts, but for me these are the sort of cuts that I tend to like. And a t-shirt can just be, I've shown this so many times, but it can just be a boring white t-shirt like this one from Topshop, which I've shown many times, which is a nice V-cut. I really like my décolletage, so I like this kind of area of my body, so I don't mind showing it off slightly. But you can definitely wear like a more crew neck. I also find t-shirts that are a slightly different texture. This is a linen t-shirt by Zara, and it's quite low cut, but this is perfect for summer and it looks amazing with boyfriend jeans. So t-shirts are boring, but in my wardrobe personally, at the moment, that is all I wear except a white shirt. Next on the agenda is jeans, and I would suggest, if you don't have a good pair of fitting jeans, is go into most of the major shops. So I'm talking Zara, Topshop, Urban Outfitters. Urban Outfitters has really good denim. They have BDG, they have so many different brands. New Look even, H&M. H&M actually, I went into H&M today and they had so many different types of jeans. Go into those sort of shops and try out all of their jeans and see which one fits best. I personally, for example, really like the Jamie jeans from Topshop. I've tried the Jonies, I've tried the Lees, and again, whatever type of jean you like best. I like a good old fashioned, quite tight fitting jean with not a lot of stretch to it. I find they suck me in, and I just like that feeling of, I don't like the feeling of wearing nothing, which is how I feel like when I'm wearing Lee jeans or leggings and stuff like that. They're not super low rise, but they're not super high rise either. So they're like the perfect in-between jean, and I have them in black as well. I think a black and a normal coloured skinny jean in your wardrobe are integral. If you do not have those, I think probably those and the t-shirt are your first point of call. Another thing which I really suggest, I have worn these to absolute death, and they just come in super handy when you're off on a night out or restaurants or dinner or a date. I've worn these for a while with my date jeans, like not jeans, date trousers. They have seen me through quite a lot of awful dates, and it's just a pair of leather look trousers or jeans, and these are from Zara. I find, again, these fit me quite well. I have to wear a belt with them, which is really annoying, but I haven't found another pair which fit me as well, so until then maybe I should get a new pair, and then maybe I'll get better dates. And maybe these are my unlucky leather trousers, but they're super flattering. These are amazing, like they suck me in and everything, and I feel dressed up but not OTT in them, and I've gone clubbing in them. You can wear these day, night, anywhere. When going back to basics, another item that I think is super important is a leather jacket or a faux leather jacket. This one you guys will have seen now in my lookbook, and this is from Zara, and it's just a amazingly good quality leather jacket. I know you can find some in Primark and stuff like that, and I used to have really good ones, but if you have a little bit of more cash to hand and you're willing to spend a little bit more money on something, I think forget buying stuff like tops and stuff like that. Invest in a really good leather jacket which will last you, or if you've got a birthday coming up or something like that, I think it's a really good thing to ask for, because this will last me forever, and it looks really expensive, and I'm not saying you have to get this one exactly. Topshop does some really good ones, but a leather jacket is just amazing. The item which I'm actually sporting right now is a blazer, and I think blazers just go without saying, as a leather jacket does. They are amazing pieces to just transition you from day to night. I have a kind of lifestyle where I have uni during the day, and then I want to go see friends after. I need to quickly find something that I can wear to school, but then I can also wear out, and blazers are just amazing for that. And this one is from Topshop. It's double-breasted. I think they look good with t-shirts, jumpers underneath, and again, I just think they are an amazing piece. I think a black simple blazer is just key in anyone's wardrobe. Because my looks tend to be quite simple, I like to spruce things up by adding accessories and things like nail polish and playing up my makeup. So then I have really basic items overall, but then I can play around with different accessories as opposed to buying things that will go out of style a little bit more quickly and spending a lot of money. And the way I tend to do this is by adding fun things, like when I'm going out I like to play around with clutches. Like, I don't know if you can see my outfit now, this would look super cute, and it wasn't overly expensive. It's a kind of trend item which probably will go out of style, but I haven't spent a lot of money on it, whereas my blazer, for example, was about £60. but it's never really going to go out of style and I can have it in my wardrobe forever. So that's how I'm trying to look at things now in my wardrobe. Spending less on trend pieces. I personally really like these, and I think if you are going to find a pair of sunglasses that you really like and that you feel comfortable wearing, these are probably never going to go out of style either. So if you were going to splurge on something like a blazer or anything else, this is something that you can afford to splurge a little bit on. Again, if you have a birthday coming up or when Christmas rolls around and stuff like that, then a pair of sunglasses is a great way to go. So these are the Ray-Ban Wayfarers, I think. I've got such a funny face and not a lot of sunglasses suit me, so when I tried these on, and well, I think I like them. A pair of good old sunglasses, and you guys know I always constantly wear them on top of my head. I'm just the most obnoxious person. So again, these add like a little bit of accessory, or I do this all the time as well. Super crazy obnoxious. And coming on to jewellery, again, I don't really like, I'm not a big jewellery person. If you saw my lookbook, I had on rings and that was pretty much it. So with me, I'm not someone who is constantly playing up her jewellery and things like that. There's one thing on my list which I'm actually coveting, and that's a really good watch. I have a really good family watch, but I don't really wear it day to day. So I've been looking for something that I can wear day to day and not feel guilty that I'm wearing it, that like it can get lost or whatever. But for the moment, until I find the perfect one, if you guys know of any really good two-tone watches, I want a gold and a silver one with a large face, let me know. I always see Claire from Hey Claire wearing amazing watches, so maybe I need to figure out what she's wearing. For now, I love Hoops. Hoops are super, they're kind of got a bad rep, but I think they're really chic. So Topshop does really good ones, Primark does some really good ones, and I'm still loving choker necklaces. I just got this one from H&M today with the matching bracelet, so I like to keep my jewellery really simple. You guys know my Fashionology rings as well, which I wear all the time. But again, these are not really pieces that are super trendy. They will probably never go out of style, and this was like £5 and this was £10, so you can't really go wrong. In regards to shoes, I think those are something that you can afford to splurge on a little bit. So if you find a pair, for example, of day shoes that you really like, I think it's worth spending a little bit more money on. For me, it's my New Balance. I actually am shocked as to how they did not make it into my lookbook, and I think it's just because I was on this like sandal kick and just I didn't get them from downstairs. I have a downstairs shoe cupboard, but these are, I think they retail at about £50 or £45, something along those lines. If you do find something like this that you really like, then why not splurge it? I wore these all the time in Italy. They're really good walking shoes and they're super comfortable. So if you do find a good pair of trainers or day shoes that you really like, I do think you should splurge on them. And another thing is heels. And a good pair of heels in a girl's wardrobe that you can walk in. And I say you can walk in because there's no point, I've had this so many times, of having a pair of shoes in your wardrobe that you just cannot walk in. You're not going to wear them. And that's, I mean, as a person, that's me personally, I just won't wear them. But I think finding a really comfy pair of shoes is really integral for evening. And these are from Zara, and Zara's doing these like dust bags now, which I think is really cute. I don't know if it's for all their shoes, but these, for example, I saw these in Zara and they were slightly more expensive. I'm not a sort of person as yet, I say this as yet because I don't really see the point at the moment in my lifestyle to buy myself a really expensive pair of shoes, because when I go clubbing, I pretty much just like get trampled on most of the time and people step on your feet, and then I don't know, I don't want anything happening to like a £500 pair of shoes. So for the moment, Zara does me very well, and I bought these recently, and these are about, I don't know, how many inches would that be? Like 3.5, 4? And they are super comfortable pairs of heels. Like I danced the whole night in them, and only until I got into a cab did I actually start to be like, oh my god, my feet hurt. So I think finding a really good heel that you can actually transition in the day, like if you have something like a nice meal to go to or a date. I need to go on a date now to wear these. These are really good shoes like that, where you're not feeling self-conscious walking in heels, because for a long time I was someone who felt a little bit self-conscious because you're a little bit unstable and stuff like that, but if you find a really comfortable pair, then you're not going to feel like that. Another item, which just goes without saying, is an LBD, and I'm actually going to show you guys what this looks like on. The good thing with little black dresses is you can, whether you feel more comfortable or just according to your shape or what you like to wear, you can find one that is pretty much in any style. I personally like a more midi style dress on myself, or a maxi, but this is an amazing dress which can be worn both day and night, which is why I got it, depending on whether you're wearing heels or sandals. So dresses like this are just amazing pieces to have in your wardrobe, because when you have one that just you love and fits you really well, it's going to be one of those things that you always turn to, especially when you have something that comes up last minute where you're like, oh my god, what am I going to wear? So an LBD is definitely a staple in a wardrobe. You guys all really enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think. And yeah, I hope to see you guys all soon. I love you so much, and if you're going through a style overhaul, let me know down below what sort of things are inspiring you. And for example, I was inspired by Olsen twins, Nicole Richie, people like that, and Scandinavian style, so it's been like a mix of everything. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I will see you all soon. Bye!